I feel like for a lot of Black creatives, especially Black Canadian creatives, because there's been, I mean, from my personal experience, there's been a limitation on the knowledge that we've learned about our history in Canada, and, you know, being there and having roots. And, you know, a lot of my family is from the east coast of Canada in North Preston, and we have these deeply embedded roots and understanding what Canada really is. And I think that sometimes we try to adapt to like what America's doing or what maybe like Africa's doing or the UK is doing, but we have such a rich history and we have to really start digging into it and finding what it is that like where we come from. Because growing up in Toronto, I was surrounded by people who were refugees from war-torn countries, people who were immigrating from the Caribbean, and I was able to see their lifestyle and hear their music and taste their food, and that's what made me who I am as a musician. And I think it made a lot of producers who they are, and why the sound of Toronto is so, I'm just saying Toronto is so distinct and Canada is so distinct, because our culture is so different. So I think a lot of Canadians really have to start digging deep and really understanding what that means to them, you know? Show off. I feel like the men come in the room when they're producers and they come in with these big banging drums and they got crazy melodies and like 808s and hi-hats. And I think that women, sometimes our music tends to be a little bit more emotional and a little bit more, you know, feminine balance. I don't know how to say it, but I think that we have to be able to stand in that and just flaunt what we've learned, flaunt what we have, and be creative and not feel, you know, apprehensive to show people what we're able to do.